bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. Cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. I'm ready to 10, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed it, blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you're trying to go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But it 10, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Houston Texans. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
This is it. We're getting it. No chance. 54. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Strip that ball. Rush in, rush in, rush in. 24. Alert, alert.
Here's Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Win the rep, win the rep. Let's go right here. Let's go, Mike 50, Mike. 50 points down, he's coming. To you. I'm coming out.
Back to throw, Watson. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go. Go right in. I got you. Check, check. Press down. Press down. Press. We're going to 54. Right in. Gun.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here we go, 47.
Prescott from the gun. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
55. Hey, come on now. Check 24. Check 24.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's got his man, Boyd. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3 and out.
Go, get out there.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Joe Mixon, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 42.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end? That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, look.
Here's Hunt. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
They're going to need some therapy after this. 36 to Mike. Here I come. Mike, 36. Mike, 36. Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Down him, go.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Taken in at the 22. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. An update now from Oakland. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Well, a pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Bengals.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Prescott on 1st down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. On the delay, it's Mixon. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
All day, defense, all day, all day. Kill.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. We're going to 52.
On third down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. Back deep to return is Duke Johnson. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Watch out. Alert!
Quick throw, and it's caught by Gallup. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At their 48-yard line.
Set! 19! 59, Mike. Check, 59. Hey, watch the slap.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. They'll roll him out right. Going deep for Hopkins. This is caught. Watson to Hopkins for a huge hookup. 51 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Trying to run it in with Line, the fullback. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Check. Hey, 24. 57 the mark. It's been a long day for you.
From the gun, here's Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Bengals take over first and 10
Let's go.
at their 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On 2nd down, Mixon. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's into the clear. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
Mike's 59! Mike's 59! Mike's 59! Delta, defense, let's go. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. I'm coming! I'm coming! I'm coming! Alert!
On 1st and 10, Watson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
59, Mike, 59, Mike. Let's go.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. Flushed out right. Going deep for Hopkins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
It's just me and you. Here we go, 46, 46. 51, 951. Check Mike, check. 46.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Yo. Gun. Yo.
Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And the Bengals first down.
Yeah, let's get sacked. Still going to 53. 55, mark, 55. Set the turn.
First down, Prescott. Finding Green complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Sean Williams that time in on the stop. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Check, 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 check.
Prescott now from the 50. Open man is Ross, complete. 20. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Rodney Anderson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now it's Hunt. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson sliding out of the pocket, and he's going to keep it here. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Watson on first down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Watch 36 to Mike. Here we go.
Throwing again on second and 10. Watson got his man there complete to Gallup. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
From the red zone now, Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Check, 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 check. Line 36. Line 30. Watch the shift. Line him up. Watch the shift. Line him up.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Being chased out left. And he completes it to Hunt. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Well, they had gone run the previous play. Nice little setup. This time they go play action. Defense bites a bit, and they hit for a big play in the end zone.
So they sold it really well, didn't they? Because of just what you described. They ran it the previous play, come back with the same action, and now they step back and throw it and get a big play for a touchdown. But what happens as a defensive back is your eyes have to go to the right place. You always hear Coach talk about, are your eyes in the right spot? Well, this time the eyes went to the play action. It froze their feet. They weren't moving, and he went on past them and caught the pass for a touchdown.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Going deep for Hopkins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
Mixon with it. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 17-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch the run, watch the run.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Coming this way, here we go, here we go. Take off.
He's got a first down past the 30. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A gain there of 21 yards. He was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. You know, they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, look, I'm a rookie. I'm waiting for the game to slow down, but it seems like he's processing things pretty well.
He certainly is. He's slowing the game down himself with his actions.
And now he'll tuck it and run. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
A gain of 3, second down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He'll let this go end zone for Green, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. Watson off play action. Forced out to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Throwing again is Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. William Jackson with a pick.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Bengals drive about to get going. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Again, Anderson. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. He may try and run for this, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on 2nd and 16, Watson. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They run again on first down. Anderson, he's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
Let's go now. Now the rook. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them in just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Cincinnati, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.